So this is section 194R, TDS on benefit or perquisites to a resident businessman or a profession. So what comes under the scope of this section? It is basically benefits or perquisites which are provided or to be provided on meeting or exceeding the target comes into its purview. So who all are included? For example, insurance companies giving any benefit to the agents, or pharma companies giving benefits to the doctors. Who all are excluded from this section? Employer or employee, benefits passed to any customer who does not have any business, or the benefits are not related to the business that he is operating. Now let's understand via the extracts how this section works. So any person who is responsible for providing to a resident any benefit or perquisite is liable to deduct TDS on such benefit at the rate of 10%. Benefit can be in cash or in kind, or partly in cash or partly in kind. The person is responsible to release the benefit only after ensuring that TDS with respect to that benefit or the perquisite has been paid. The provisions shall not apply where the aggregate value of the benefit or the perquisite during the financial year does not exceed 20,000. It shall not apply to individual or HUF with gross receipts or turnovers not exceeding 1 crore from business or 50 lakhs for profession in the year immediately preceding the previous financial year. Now let's understand this section with an example. Let's say there is an insurance company called ABC and an agent called PQR. Now ABC insurance company has set a target to sell 10 crore insurance policies for its agents. Now PQR has achieved that target, and on accomplishing the target, ABC insurance company shall gift a foreign tour of rupees 3 lakhs to its agent. Now, since PQR has achieved the target, it has become eligible for that set foreign tour. Now, how this section 194R comes into play? This section 194R shall be applicable on this foreign tour. That is, TDS will be deducted at 10% on 3 lakh rupees. Now, how do ABC ensure that TDS has been paid before releasing the benefit or before giving out this foreign tour to PQR? So there are two ways. First is advance tax of rupees 30,000 shall be paid by PQR and declaration shall be handed to the ABC company along with the challan copy. Or ABC can pay rupees 30,000 as TDS on behalf of PQR, but care should be taken that it will be a benefit for PQR nonetheless. Now let's understand FAQs on section 194R. So whether the person responsible for providing benefit or perquisite needs to check the taxability under section 28(4) before deducting TDS. Now, the deductor is not required to check whether the benefit or the perquisite is taxable in the hands of recipient or not. Is it necessary that for deduction of TDS under section 194R, the benefit or the perquisite must be in kind? So there is no such necessity. It can be in cash or in kind, or it can be partly in cash or partly in kind. Is there any requirement to deduct TDS when the benefit or perquisite is provided in the form of capital asset? So yes, the benefit or the perquisite given as capital asset will be taxable in the hands of recipient as benefit or perquisite. The courts have held that any benefits or perquisites to be taxed even though they are in the nature of capital asset. So any benefit or perquisite shall be liable to be to TDS under section 194R. Now, whether sales discount or cash discount and rebates are covered under benefits or perquisites. So both the discounts and rebates are not covered under benefit or perquisite except the nature provided below. So any incentive given in the form of car, TV, computers, etc. So it comes under benefit in kind. Any person sponsors a trip for the recipient and relative upon achieving certain target, providing free ticket for an event, any benefit or perquisite provided to the owner or director or employee of the recipient entity. So it is an indirect benefit. 3 samples of medicines provided to the employee or the consultant of the hospital as stated above, that any benefit provided by the pharma company, say for example, providing sample medicines given by the MR to the doctors, are not covered in this exclusion. How is the valuation to be carried out for the benefit or the perquisite paid to the recipient for the purpose of this section? So there are basically 2 ways. First is the provider purchased the benefit or perquisite before providing to the recipient. In that case, it will be valued at purchase price. Or when the provider or the manufacturer, the provider is the manufacturer of such items. So before providing to the recipient, in that case, it will be valued at the price it charges for its customers. Say for example, Tata, it is manufacturer of cars. So if it is giving any car as a gift, as a benefit to one of its authorized dealers, then it shall be valued, that car shall be valued at the price at which it sells to its customers. If these 2 situations are not there, then it shall be valued at the fair market value. Further, we have to understand here that GST will not be included for the purpose of valuation of benefit or perquisite for TDS under section 194R of the Income Tax Act. Now, whether any product given to social media influencer to use that to make any video or audio on the same will be included in the benefit or perquisite. So yes, it shall be included for deduction of TDS under section 194R unless such product is returned back to the company after using for the purpose of rendering service. So nowadays, the new companies, especially cosmetic companies, are giving out their products to social media influencers to promote that product. So if they keep the product after usage, then it will be liable for deduction. But if they promote the product and give back the product to the company, then it doesn't come under the preview. Reimbursement of out-of-pocket expenses incurred by the service provider in the course of providing service is benefit or perquisite. So if the invoice, yes, if the invoice of expenses, which is reimbursed by the service recipient to the service provider, is in the name of service provider, then it will be treated as benefit or perquisite provided to the service provider. But if it is in the name of service recipient and the payment is made directly by the service recipient, then it will not be treated as benefit or perquisite provided to the service provider. Now, is the dealer conference to educate the dealers about the products is benefit or perquisite? So no, it won't be considered as a benefit or perquisite if its prime objective is to educate the dealers or the customers. It shall be considered as benefit or perquisite if expenditure incurred is for family members accompanying the person attending the conference, or prior stay or overstay beyond the dates of the participants or its family members, or is of the nature of incentives or benefits to the select dealers or customers who have achieved certain targets. So how is the deductor be satisfied that tax has been deposited when the benefit or perquisite is in kind or partly in kind and cash and is not sufficient to meet the TDS? So the government has given 2 options which are mentioned below. First is recipient would pay tax in the form of advance tax, and deductor may rely on a declaration provided by the recipient along with a copy of advance tax challan, or the tax should be deducted by the deductor after taking into account the fact that tax paid by him as TDS under section 194R is also benefit for the recipient. Now, the last question is how to compute the threshold limit of rupees 20,000. As the section is applicable from 1st of January 2022, but for the purpose of checking the threshold limit of rupees 20,000, we have to include the benefit or the perquisite provided on or before 30th of June 2022, although we don't have to deduct any TDS on the amounts paid within that period. So that's all for section 194R. If you have any queries or you want further information on this section 194R, you can contact us. We at Tax Mantra will be happy to help you here. So thank you very much. Tax Mantra is always happy to help the upcoming startups. And we really hope this PPT was informative and you got a basic idea of how 194R works. So thank you very much. Thank you.